There's a post that was making the rounds of the internet yesterday, and it's about Twitch promoting Cinna, Valkyrae, and Pokimane. They were doing a subathon, or I don't know if they called it this or if Twitch called it this, but they were doing a sisathon, and then this quote tweet over here gained a lot of attention. We're going to be taking a look at that, what video he's talking about, and then we're going to get a gauge on how people are feeling about this with replies. This did end up hitting the Explore page as well. Everybody was talking about it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's take a look at what Endymion was talking about, and apologies if I'm pronouncing his name wrong here. I'm not familiar with the creator myself, but he is a creator, has about 30k followers, so he has a little bit of a steam with streaming or whatever content creation he's pursuing, okay? So, this is what he had to say about Pokimane and the girls, okay? You know what I mean? Kai Cenat had a whole Batman costume set. He had a guy running around as Robin playing games, having fun. What do these women do? Come watch us sit down with our permed hair while we eat. Please give us free money. How people can watch us in the first place, I have no idea, man. Lowest effort content creation imaginable on display here. And Twitch is promoting it too, and the interactions are abysmal. Jesus Christ, make streaming great again. So, of course, this guy's pissed off that pretty well about this video. And honestly, like, this video was so popular that I've seen it going around as well. Like, I haven't watched the entire clip. I would imagine it's just them eating and reacting to something. Let's take a look.
Ooh. Wait, did Twitch just gift?
What? Twitch?
So it looks like
Twitch?
they're just hanging out, and I don't know. I don't particularly watch any of their streams, and this is the problem with it. I can't come from the assumption that this is all they do is sit down and eat. I am familiar with Pokimane's content because the internet constantly posts what she does, apparently just eating and reacting to videos, but I can't say the same for Valkyrae. I can't say the same for Cinna. I know Valkyrae plays games as well, so I'm not coming from the angle that this is all they do. They could be on lunch, who knows.
Oh, thank you. Twitch with 100 gifted subs. I'm so sorry about complaining about the app yesterday. I apologize. Please forgive me. I'll never do it again. Twitch.
Now, like, this content isn't particularly for me, but I know that they're some of the biggest streamers of all time, and why wouldn't Twitch promote this?
Thank you so much for the 100.
100? Thank you for 100 gifted, Twitch.
Twitch, is it possible you could give some to Pokey as well, too? You know what I mean? Even though she's offline. Like,
She
not
was
to be that guy.
Wait till I go live. But
She
yeah.
was supposed to go
No.
live.
Thank you, Twitch.
Yeah, like, there's not a ton going on with this. There's honestly, what am I supposed to react to this about? I can't let it play the entire way. What am I supposed to react to this video? Like, hey, thanks for the gifted over to Cinna.
That's very nice. Thank you so much.
We love you.
Holy. Wait.
Okay, Son, if you're here, this is the kind of vouch you could have gotten. I just want you to know.
So, I don't know if that's the entire stream. I don't know if this is what they did the entire stream, but they did end up doing a subathon, and this dude was upset about it. This ended up getting a ton of impressions over here, 6.7 million views with a ton of likes, ton of bookmarks, ton of replies. A lot of people have been talking about this. Cinna actually did end up replying to this, and this is what we're going to talk about before I give my take on this, okay? Kai has production teams and is able to do amazing sets beyond my level, and he's awesome when he does. I built this set by hand, planned every guest, had every segment set up, and you choose to judge off of one segment. We are sitting down. We've done boot camp, hired fine dining chef to turn us into one, cook-offs and IRLs, things tailored to women creators for positivity, and even collab with some of the biggest male creators in the space, joined loving to be friends with us. And you chose to judge off one clip and compare to put women creators down when we did the first female duo marathon. You know, fuck right off and shut the fuck up. She did continue on with one more reply to that. If you choose to find low content moments when we spend the other 8 to 9 hours doing so much to support a weird ass opinion like this when we've done so many awesome things, bro, you can't be helped. So here's the problem with this, okay? Here's the problem. This is a common thing that is on the internet where people actually just take low parts of content or take little clips out of context and just post that into, like, proving their point. I'm sure that there was a ton more that was going on, but I'm also sure that there were points where they were just like we saw in that clip. We saw in that clip where they were just eating and then getting some interactions. They were getting some donations. I know that there has to be a bunch of activities going on in the subathon. The problem being, I'm not particularly interested in Pokimane Valkyrae or Cinna's subathon. And you have to be careful when you're talking about this because I see this from both ends, okay? He's right in the sense where there are a lot of times where they don't, like, let's be real. If they didn't have a subathon and these three just got together, they sat down and they streamed, I would imagine they would reach a similar viewpoint. They would reach a similar amount of subs. Perhaps it was a little bit boosted, but I would imagine that the overall impressions and views that they got would be similar. Doesn't matter if they were doing an event or sitting down and planning it. And the conversation has been kind of taking 3 different directions with this. The first one being is, oh my god, look how easy female streamers have it. That's true. Like, I understand that you have to deal with like creepy men being creepy men, but it is true that the path to success is a lot easier for a woman than it is for a man. That's accurate. Number 2 is this guy should just worry about his own content. What's he just yapping about? He's just looking for impressions himself. That's also true. I think a younger version of myself would have related to it a little bit more in the sense where it's like, why do I have to grind so hard? Why do I have to grind so much harder instead of somebody who can just look pretty and sit down? And again, I'm not saying that's what these people are doing. It's a path that a lot of girls can take to success, and a lot of girls end up actually doing that, okay? I'm not saying this about this particular clip. I used to be upset about the double standards in that sense, but as I've grown up, and I feel, I always feel bad talking about something like this because I don't want to sit down and be like, oh, you know what? As a mature adult, oh my god, like, time to talk down to you guys, okay? Time to talk down to you right now. Listen to me, the mature intellectual over here. But it actually does seem like a maturity thing. I just have changed my views as time's gone on, where in the sense where it's like, this is the way the world works. Men will watch pretty women no matter what. And that's just something that I'm going to have to deal with as a creator. It doesn't bother me. Like, it actually doesn't bother me. So what? Some people have an easier path to success. I'm just going to worry about my own thing. I'm going to do my best. And I wholeheartedly believe that I'm going to be one of the biggest YouTubers of all time one day. And are the female creators really anybody to blame? Is it their fault that they're pretty? Is it their fault that a bunch of men want to sit down and donate to them? It's not their fault at all. Could they be encouraging it? Yeah. But why are we mad at these creators? Why are we mad at them? And if you really want to be mad at somebody, you should be mad at the SIMPS of the world. As time's gone on, as I've aged, I've been worrying about my own thing more and more. I don't care if people want to eat on stream and they do a good job doing so. I don't care. The way that I've changed my views on all of this is like, I just see opportunity there. I want to sit down and eat one day. I want to sit down and eat one day and talk to people. And again, last time I'll say this, I'm not saying that this particular video is all they did for their subathon. I don't know. I didn't care to watch it. I did not watch it. And I got a little bit off topic there. The other kind of conversation that's been taking place from is that people were taking this post from Cinna and saying that she's downplaying Kai's success from this post, or from this quote over here. Kai has production teams and he's able to do amazing sets beyond my level, and he's awesome when he does. A lot of people are saying that she's downplaying Kai's success. To be honest with you, I don't know Cinna. I don't watch her. That could be the case. I could see why you would look into that and think that, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't bother looking too much into it. But it's not just about what I think over here, guys. Let's take a look at what everybody else had to say to kind of get a gauge on how people are feeling about this. Replies to Cinna, replies on the Explore page, replies to different news pages. Let's take a look at some of the top comments over here to see what people had to say. And this was one of the top replies. I had to include this one, okay? For what Endymion. Yet you're following all 3 of them. This is where he kind of dug his own grave. I followed Cinna by accident, but the other 2 never. Ooh. Yep, and this is about it. I followed Cinna by accident. Hornball trying to act like he ain't following them because they find... Oh my god, yeah. That's a little bit of a tough one. Not exactly a good look. Should have made sure you weren't following him after posting something like that. I followed by accident. When does that ever happen? But I'm sure it does happen, but let's be real, man, okay? Bro chose the clip where they weren't putting in the effort. Literally like watching your employee eat their lunch and ask them, what the hell are you doing? Should it be working? I'm on my lunch. Again, I'm sure that they were doing more. But the problem is there's like a little bit of truth in what he was saying, but perhaps it shouldn't have been directed to these particular streamers. You know, I just don't understand why he was so mad. I don't understand why he was so mad at them, okay? Let's continue on. Women have it so much easier than men when it comes to success today, and it's not even close. That's true, though. That's the big thing that people have been talking about. That's true. But are we going to be mad at Cinna? Are we going to be mad at Pokimane? Are we going to be mad at Valkyrae? Are we going to be mad at any female streamer? The correct answer to that is no. There are a lot of things going on in society to kind of show why that's the case. If you really have a problem with it, take it up with society, take it up with the higher-ups of the world. It's not the fault of some random streamer, okay? They're doing a marathon. Kai, yes, did go all out. That's his audience. Pokimane, Cinna, and Ray have a primarily girl audience, so they are doing things in this marathon similar to what women would enjoy. I've seen them get ready together, Oh, I have seen that! Is that what they were doing? I haven't seen a thing of Pokimane, but I have seen Cinna and Valkyrae getting ready for the day together. I guess a lot of women would like to watch that, right? Anyways, have crossovers with other streamers, etc. You caught one low light from the stream and decided to blame it on them being women and hate immediately, which is unfair. I don't know, bro. Seems like this is a deeper issue. Also, for the people saying they don't have a primarily girl audience, my point was that they are trying to appeal to their girl audience and demographic more. That's actually a really good point. The problem is I can't speak for Cinna and I can't speak for Valkyrae. Pokimane, from what I've seen from her, I would say she appeals to both a female audience, and she definitely does appeal to our SIMPS. She perhaps could have changed it over time, but the amount of clips and clip farming that I've seen from Pokimane for a lot of people donating, yeah, she's trying to get some special donos. You know what I'm talking about, okay? But for the other two, from what I've seen, perhaps they are trying to appeal to a primarily girl audience. If they're trying to appeal to a girl audience, male audience, or just an audience in general, honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. It's their type of content, and if nobody wants to watch that content, then simply they won't watch. They're all having fun chilling, doing a subathon, and they aren't forcing anyone to give money. Kai and Poki, Valk have completely different types of vibes and content they make. It's really no big deal what they do. And the only thing that I'm interested in this reply over here, okay? And the only thing is I want to take a look at this. That's totally fine and fair, but Pokimane is clip farming every day talking about how streaming is so male dominated and that it's so hard for women to stand out, which is just ridiculous. QTC Cinderella is a prime example of why Poki's wrong. I'm not familiar with that creator, but yeah, when it comes to Pokimane specifically, there are definitely issues with what she says, what she does, but at the end of the day, like, it doesn't affect my life. I look at that, I kind of like shake my head and go, okay, we're going to continue on. Someone who absolutely did downplay Kai's success is Pokimane, and we did make a video talking about that. But I think for the people that are so mad at streamers like Pokimane, this is what they really need to take a look at. They aren't forcing anyone to give money. Why are we mad at them for that? Why are we mad at them for sitting down and looking pretty? Why are we mad at them for that? If you really want to be mad at somebody, be mad at the people giving money to them. I don't care what other people do with their money. They can do what they want. I look at that and I go, okay, she's not going to let you hit, bro. But they like, because you know that's why most people do end up donating to, like, you know, I think for people to think otherwise, that's ignorant, and I think for people to be a little bit blind by that, by like, you know what I'm talking about, man. We've all seen the clips of Pokimane moaning and all that stuff, as if like those guys are just donating out of the kindness of their heart, okay? Not everything has to be high production to be enjoyable. Podcasts get listened to for millions of hours every year, and this is no different than that. Content like this is perfect to listen to when you're working or cleaning or exercising. If you want high quality content, watch a movie. If these types of streams aren't for you, that's fine. It doesn't have to be, but you're out here spreading negativity and hate. It makes you look like a fool. Yeah, he's not doing himself any favors, right? He makes a good point, though, to be honest with you. Makes a very good point. I don't have too much to add to that. I do agree, though, like, again, the problem is I wouldn't particularly watch a stream from these three creators. They're not interesting to me, but I'm not saying that as an insult. It's just something that I personally would never watch. But I also think it's a little bit ignorant for people to look at that and say, okay, well, every single one of their viewers is just watching them because they're great streamers and they have like such an awesome personality and they're so quirky and funny. Okay, I shouldn't have said quirky. Sorry about that. I'm just used to saying that. You get my point, though. There's a little bit of truth sprinkled in that there's a lot of male viewers who literally just want to watch them sit down and be pretty. But, like, that's what they do, man. That's what they do. But I watch chill streams like this all the time. I watch just chatting streams all the time. Content that I watch, like, I like, whatever I'm doing, I usually have a YouTube video on and oftentimes a stream. If I'm doing something that requires my focus, I'll oftentimes listen to an MMA video. Like, I'm a huge martial arts fan. I listen to some guy sitting down at a camera, no production whatsoever, just yapping about fights. So I get that, man. It's not their fault, though. Look at the sub count go up. People that watch streams are the ones that need help. Same reason OF girls make more than doctors. LARPs be LARPing too much. It is what it is. Get ahead of it like Kai, and it won't matter. I love exactly this. It is what it is. Get ahead of it like Kai, and it won't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that people are watching them. It does seem to come from a little bit of bitterness. Swampy is absolutely right. It's not their fault. The sub count will go up. Just worry about your own thing. Worry about your own content. And I doubt that this is really going to do him any favors. This might get him a ton of clout, but I don't imagine this is going to work out for him in the long run, guys. Let me know what you think about this down below. If you're interested in that video with Pokimane kind of like yapping about Kai Cenat, you can check out this video right here. We talked about it on the channel a couple weeks ago or whenever it happened. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Take care.